Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with another one-shot with some... This is going to be a fun night. We're going to have a fun little wacky one-shot. It's called Into Ivy Mansion. So our adventure begins one afternoon at the Gambling Golem, a tavern in the village of Longsaddle. After a successful job, during which you all earned 60 gold apiece, you all decided to... What better way to celebrate than by trying to double your money with a little game of poker. So you're all sitting around the table, and what I'm going to have you do is we're going to roll in D20 and roll 20 this time, so that way we can do secret rolls. So if you click on your left-hand side, you click on the picture of the dice, you'll see a menu pop up, and what you're looking for is the D8, and you want to click the number 3 beside the D8. But before you do it, make sure and click the slider that says GM roll, so that way it only sends the roll to me, and nobody else can see it.
So we're doing a 3d8? Is that what?
3d8.
Okay.
So these 3d8 are your pocket cards. So these are in your hand, and on the table, you see a 4 and an 8. The table cards are a 4 and an 8. And so you're trying to make the best hand possible between what's in your hand and the table, the cards that are face up on the table. If you'd like to participate, everyone go around and type in 10 GP as if you're betting 10 gold pieces. For those of you who'd like to participate.
You mind if I put the table card numbers in the chat?
Absolutely not. Go ahead. So it's a 4 and an 8. Are the face-up cards. And it looks like we have everyone participating. Now, this is going to be 3 rounds, 10 golds per round, and each round you can re-roll one of your dice. So if you'd like to re-roll one of your dice, go ahead and do that now. All right, so, and then Dragon, private message me, re-roll one of your dice, not all of them.
I did just roll one.
I know. I was talking to the people who rolled all 3 of them. Who re-rolled all 3 of them.
Do you want me to tell you which one I re-rolled?
Yeah, send me a private message to tell me which number you replaced with that number that you just rolled. Maybe I should start writing all these down. Alright, so Dragon, and then you replaced that with that, so your numbers are Alright, so next up we have, I'm making sure everybody's numbers are right. So next up we have Mitch. Mitch, if I were you, I would stick with those numbers. Because they're pretty decent starting numbers. Alright, oh, Mitch already re-rolled. Which one did you re-roll? Oh, okay. I thought I saw another re-roll. Anyway, let's see here. So, Helena gets that. Did she do a re-roll? She did not. Okay. And then Dr. Facilier and Mickey, did you want to re-roll one of them, or did you mess up re-rolling all of them? Or did you want to keep your original? Wait, never mind. That was your first roll. I'm going to shut up. So never mind. So did you want to keep those? Okay, go ahead and re-roll one. And just private message me which one you're getting rid of.
I'm gonna keep my numbers.
I'm gonna guess which one Spike is getting rid of. and Mickey's gonna keep her numbers. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm not telling what I'm doing.
So now, starting in alphabetical order by character name, we're going to go out around, and this is where the betting starts. And by the way, those of you who are dexterous enough and magical enough, you can attempt a spell or a sleight of hand in order to try to, you can try to sleight of hand check to attempt to change one of your numbers to whatever number you want. But there is a sleight of hand check, and if you fail, you'll get kicked out of the bar. So just keep that in mind. And if you have like prestidigitation, you can attempt to cast that, but you'll have to try a stealth check or another sleight of hand check to make sure that nobody notices you. And you will be rolling with disadvantage. So would anyone like to attempt some trickery before we get started with the betting?
I think we're good.
Okay, so starting with Alfina, the beginning bet was 10 gold pieces. Would you like to bet or call? Which means betting means you add more, call means you're just going to stick with the gold pieces. Stick with the 10 gold pieces. I guess it'd be raise or call. I'll call. All right. So next up is Dr. Facilier. The bet is to you at 10 gold pieces. Are you going to bet? Are you going to call? Or are you going to raise?
I'd like to raise.
All right. What'd you like to raise it to?
I'll raise 40 to make it an even 50.
Even 50? All right. Next up is Ariella. Ariella, the bet is to you. The bet is 50 gold pieces. Would you like to raise, call, or fold? I got not call. Would you like to raise or fold?
I'm folding.
All right, so Ariella is out. Next up is Jezrina. Would you like to raise or fold?
I'll raise.
Or call. Raise, call, or fold?
Yeah, I'll call it.
Call, so the bet is still at 50. And finally, Little Jean. Would you like to raise or fold?
I'll call.
So call. All right, so the bet is at 50 gold pieces, and now we're going to reveal who's taking all those 50 gold pieces. So, Helena, you folded, so you are out. So, with our 4 and our 8 table, Dragon, you had a 5, 6, 7.
4, 5, 6, 7.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
No, you had a 5, 6, 7.
Oh, yeah. But
the
my
table dice is a 4 and an 8, so you have a straight.
Yep.
You're looking very good right now. Mitch, you had a 6, 6, 8. That gave you 2 pairs. That is a really good hand, but unfortunately, Dragon has already blown you out of the water. Spike, you also had a 5, 6, 7.
Oh no.
That's a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And finally, Mickey with a 3, 4, 5. So, it looks like you just had a pair of 4s. So it looks like Dragon and Spike, you are going to split the pot at $25 a piece. 25 gold.
Could have done worse.
So as you guys are having fun, playing some poker, you notice some kind of talking amongst the other bar patrons. And during the game, you hear some of the bar patrons, clamoring on, "Hey, you hear one of them harpels died? Good riddance, I say. Bunch of stuck-up weirdos. Think they're too good for the common folk." The other guy says, "I think the word you're looking for is eccentric." So you guys are continuing to play, and Jezrina, you just got a brand new mug of ale, and you're taking a swig on it, and you're holding it and you're playing the game. All of a sudden you hear a sneeze. And you look down, and it's your mug. It vomits all of the ale that was in it. The rim of the cup just forms a mouth. "Ah, yes. Greetings, regular folk of the privateer profession. I am Tristan Harpel. How do you do?" "No, don't answer that. I don't care." "Do you like gold?" "Of course you do. Your kind always likes gold." Well, it just so happens that I have a sturdy payment for a crew such as yourselves. If you look out the window to the west, you'll see Ivy Mansion, a magnificent structure, I know. I have recently inherited the old northeast wing of Ivy Mansion from my great-uncle Siegfried. He died somehow. Anyways, it's full of nasty little annoyances that I simply do not have the time or energy to deal with. If you can clear out those nuisances that Uncle Siegfried left behind, let's say 150 gold pieces for each of you. Oh, and a pet bird. What do you say?
Well, why would you only own half in it, or part of a mansion?
So, what do you say?
There's a talking cup.
Yes, I am a talking cup. This is the only way I could get you to take the job. Now, what do you say?
Ariella is questioning her sanity.
I think I might have drank a little too much, guys.
Alfina
think
wants
this
the
is a good
bird.
point.
Yes, the bird and 150 gold apiece.
What kind of
Once
bird
we
are we
decide-
talking about here?
It's just a figurine of wondrous power, not that you regular folk would understand, so pet bird is far more apt. Once you all decide that you'd like to take upon this mission, go to the bar and order an Ivy Port. It will get you here, lickety-split. And then suddenly the mug drops to the ground and shatters.
Well, that was an interesting ale.
Good riddance to that.
Well
Ariella looks to her right and goes, "No, we're not going through this again."
No magical mission from the magical cup.
There's no one to her right. She's talking to no one.
So, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna go order an Ivy Port from the bartender?
As long as the mug doesn't start talking to me again.
Alright, so you guys all go up to the bar and you talk to the bartender. This is where I'm gonna actually have you guys move your own characters. Say go to the bar, not on the bar, Dragonborns. It was both the Dragonborns that just climbed on top of the bar. What can I get you?
What was the
Get
name
one
of
of
it?
those lavender ales. No, that wasn't right.
I already...
An Ivy Port!
Yeah,
You don't get much call for the Ivy Port. One for each of you, I assume.
Sure.
And a
These-
couple of barrels of ale.
These aren't talking
right up.
mugs, are they?
Yeah, they're not
Talking
gonna talk to
bugs.
us.
Not talking barrels.
Listen
either.
here, we ain't no harpels. We're regular common folk in here. He takes out some mugs and lays them on the counter and pours out some Ivy ale to all of you and actually puts a couple of barrels of ale for Mitch on the counter. I'm gonna have to learn your all's character names. For Alfina. So, you all take a drink of the Ivy ale. They call me the Shadow Man.
Someone's a lightweight.
Alfina takes all the drinks. It's like, well, that's me set. What about the rest of you?
Bartender rolls his eyes and puts out 4 more Ivy ales for the rest of the crew. Are you all taking a drink?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be drinking.
As you take a swig of this new drink, you find yourself getting a tad dizzy. You start to fall backward, but when you think you should have hit the floor, you keep going. It feels as though your insides are sinking and stretching at the same time. That's when you're suddenly thrust forward. Everything goes black. And suddenly... See if I'm doing this right.
Sounds like a casual Friday night so far. Oh, the sun.
Alright, so then we're gonna. Yeah, that looks about right. No, wait, no. That looks about right, and then we're gonna. I'm assuming that everyone can now just see a black screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect! It's exactly
Just
what I
the,
wanted.
portal that we're feeling at the moment.
Yes, this is the portal that you're feeling.
I think I'd rather have the
Insides are
talking
being
mode.
sucked in, and your outsides are being pushed out. And somehow the bartender and the bar patrons came too, so I have to get rid of them. So, what do you see a hallway before you now?
Yes.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. It feels as though you're inside. You now find yourself in an unfamiliar place, the hallway of an ancient mansion. Before you are a set of ornate doors with circular handles. A portrait of an older man with aristocratic clothes lies on the floor as if discarded. Hanging in its place on the wall is the portrait of a younger man, his face exuding snootiness and condescension. The nameplate beneath the painting on the wall reads Tristan Harpel, and the nameplate on the portrait on the floor reads Siegfried Harpel. Tristan's portrait suddenly begins to speak. Ah! Welcome into Ivy Mansion, ancient home of the Harpel dynasty. Ignore my uncle down there. One of the servants was supposed to hang him in the ballroom. If my enchantments worked correctly, one of you should now have a pair of keys in your pocket. And Jezrina, as you're searching your pockets, you notice you have 2 keys in your pocket on a key ring. The brass one opens the double doors to the northeast wing in front of you. The silver one is for the vault to the underground levels. I hear there's some nasty stuff down there, so please lock it if you get the chance. Alright, Clatter. That's the name of our caretaker whom I've just sent inside. Here's a map of the whole floor, so just ask for it. Anyway, I need you to go to each room and clear out anything irritating. Do that, and you'll receive with your proper recompense. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's a plump little maid at the Gilded Horseshoe who I promised to share some ivy port with. Best of luck to both parties, eh? And with that, the portrait stops speaking, though Tristan's visage seems to have a more prominent smirk than it did before.
I think the house is going to start talking to us next.
So as you're looking down, you see a doorway here, and a doorway here, and a doorway straight. You can see, I'm assuming you can see all these doors down the hallway. Including that one, and one here. So, what would you like to do?
Can I turn the portrait around so it's facing the wall?
Absolutely.
Doing that.
I don't know how he did it, guys, but he put the keys in my pockets.
I don't like these shenanigans.
I don't like this.
Guys, I think he's a magician.
Not again. Not again.
Which door shall we try to put him in first?
Do any of them smell like they have cookies behind it?
That's a good plan.
Sniff out the cookies. Maybe there's a door to the right.
So as you approach the door, are you talking about this one?
Yeah.
As you check it, you notice that it's not locked. And if you give me just a moment, I will show you what's behind it. Yeah. And yeah. And yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go. This room has 2 chairs. This not ignore that. Looking around this room, there are books in here to keep anyone busy for a lifetime. Although one shelf is suspiciously empty. You see that one right down here. A small reading desk with a few open volumes sits in the middle of the room.
Hey guys, I found a
What do you do?
library.
It's my worst enemy. Homework.
We should probably scope it out and see if there's any traps before we walk in. You never know.
This is true.
Okay, so you guys, give me an investigation check.
This will be fun.
Yes.
Little Zahn is not very good with those.
With an 18, you can tell that there are no traps in the library. It's just a library. Especially with a 19. And, let's see here. Is anyone going to investigate into anything particular?
I'm gonna look at the books, see what kind of books they are.
As you peruse some of the book titles, we have We Held the Wall by Grizzip the Last, Wealth of the Realms by A-Rod Goldsmith, Signs, Sigils, and Semantica by Elsina Greatstaff, A Compendium of Mechanics by Catawan Fastsprocket, Confessions of an Assassin by Anonymous, and The Care and Feeding of Hydras by Volothamp Gedar.
Sounds like a lot of nerd talk to me.
Mitch would like to look at the desk. Go ahead and roll me another investigation for the desk, Mitch. So on the desk you find 3 books. One is called Planes Within Planes. The other looks like a journal, and the last looks to be a spell book. Looking at for Planes Within Planes, looking at this book, you see that it seems to detail information on celestial bodies, mostly comets, the sun, and the moon. You might be able to glean a bit more information if you take about an hour on it. Would you like to do that? Muchio? Quick question. Do you speak Celestial?
I have comprehend language if that's needed.
I speak Celestial.
So would you like to take an hour and read this Planes Within Planes book while the rest of them investigate the rest of the library?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. So while she is investigating the library, Mitch takes a look at that Planes Within Planes. Mitch takes a look at the journal. The journal is full of notes, most of them in reference to the tempered glass, which seems to be an artifact that Siegfried obtained and used to build a telescope. His notes are erratic, but state that the artifact contains magical powers and makes a good dressing mirror. And if you look at the spell book, it has several spells written into it. Has a first level illusory script, second level spells of knock, mirror image, and shatter, a 3rd level spell of sending, and a 4th level dimension door spell inside the spellbook. And as you get, while you guys are standing right there, while I need to get your character names. I'm sorry.
Ariella.
While Ariella is reading the Plains of the Plains book, when you all look at that empty bookshelf, looking at the empty bookshelf, you realize that it's a section for astronomy, but you can't gather anything past that.
Is the shelf dusty or anything?
No, it looks like it was recently, it looks like all the books were recently taken from the shelf and taken somewhere else. Actually, that's a good idea. If I can ask everyone to hit gear icon in the upper right hand corner, and under personalization display, under display name, please write your character name there.
Wait, what? Say that?
I think I got
Where it
mine.
says, click the gear icon. Yeah, I see Alfina, Dr. Facilier, and Jizrina.
Okay.
Click the gear icon in the upper right hand corner. Click on personalization and display. And then under where it says display name, change that to your character's name, please. So that way I don't keep calling you wrong things. Test received. Whoever messaged me. Oh wait, never mind.
How about now?
Yes.
Yay.
Perfect. Thank you. Alright, so as you guys continue to explore the library, Ariella, taking some time to look through this book, you find that what would normally be sections pertaining to phrases of the moon and the moon's orbit are now covered in blotted ink, as if someone was writing in a different language to correct errors in the book. The corrections are in Celestial, and there's nothing holy about the text. You see various haggard scrawls such as heresy or the new plane rules the night. So as you guys finish up investigating the library, suddenly comes walking down the hallway a large suit of armor, and it goes to churn into the room. What do you do?
Prepare to fire my spells.
I'm just gonna kind of stand guard at the door. And hey guys, there's a strange man at the door.
Is there anybody in the suit of armor, or is it just a suit of armor?
It seems to be an empty suit of armor, and right now it's just staring at Jizrina. It's just standing in the hallway staring at Jizrina.
Y'all ever
Yeah,
seen
I'm definitely questioning my sanity right now.
I don't think I've sobered up from them ales yet.
Ooh.
Do I knock it over? Maybe it'll fall into pieces.
Are you going to attempt to push it over?
Oh.
Oh,
Alfina's
Alfina
waving.
waves at the suit of armor. When the suit of armor sees Alfina waves, it raises its arm and waves back.
Uh-oh.
Doesn't say anything, just raises its arm and waves back.
Okay.
We go talk to the suit of armor?
You can try.
Alright.
What do we roll for that?
Nothing, you just talk.
Do you understand us?
With a very loud creaking of metal, you see it nod its head. Yep. It doesn't say anything, sorry. It just nods its head.
I think we could work with this. What are we looking for again?
No response.
Great. Is there anybody else within the building?
Shakes his head.
Nobody.
You know what
Do
the
you know
cookies
any
are.
secret passages?
Shakes his head.
Does it have a master? Or someone that created or
Nods his
brought
head.
it to life?
Nods his head.
Could you show us where that person is?
Shakes his head.
Oh, that's all I got for it.
Is your master here?
Shakes his head.
Oh,
Which
oh,
painting are you pointing at, Alfina? The one on the wall or the one on the floor?
Probably the one on the floor.
The one that was talking to us, you point at that painting, he shakes
The
his
one
head.
that's turned inside, or the flipped around.
Flipped around.
Yeah, if you're pointing at the painting that was hanging on the wall that she flipped around, he shakes his head.
Point at the one on the ground.
He nods his head.
is your master dead?
Shakes his head.
Is he physically here with us?
Shakes his head.
Is he trapped in the painting?
Shakes his head.
Just playing yes no with empty suit.
Yes, we are. At least it's not 50 questions.
Right.
So as you guys, he feels like you're done asking questions, so he turns to walk away, and as he walks away, you notice that there is the words "clatter" written across his back.
Scream out his name?
Is that your name, Clatter?
As soon as you say "clatter," he turns around and waves.
Hi, Cled.
Hello.
Someone roll me a history check.
History.
Ooh,
Mine's not great.
not be me.
Yeah, mine's a -1.
Little Zahn
Just
thinks
read
the
it.
world started
Yeah.
like 10 years ago.
Jezrina, as soon as you hear the word "clatter," your mind shakes a little bit, and you remember that Tristan told you that the name of his guardian was Clatter, and he had a map.
Oh, Tristan's guardian. That he had a friend named Clatter. Do you have a map for us?
As soon as you say map, he reaches, his head opens, and you see this gaping hole where you see that it's operated by no one. He opens his face armor and lifts it up and just reaches his hand down inside the armor and then pulls out a piece of paper and hands it to you.
I'm assuming this is the map. I'm gonna.
And as you look at it, and then I will go ahead and, now that you have the map,
The map.
We got the
now you have full access to all the rooms.
Ooh.
And then he just steps to the side.
Halloween room.
Where to first, guys? I'm assuming the spirally stairs. Those seem interesting.
Sure.
I'm sorry, which room are you going into?
This one over here.
Are you going straight to that?
Right to the. There's some like a burn spot right there.
We might want to do this one room at a time, y'all.
I mean, yeah, you guys are...
I think we should like maybe save other levels for later.
I'm curious about this garden area as well.
Okay, first things first.
Ariel is
Which
talking
room
to
are you
herself.
going into? Okay.
I think this corner room here.
That room there.
Yeah. It's not a good idea.
Alright, so you give me an investigation at the door.
Very great.
No, I don't want to do that.
Dr. Facilier,
We're doing great.
you're relatively certain that there are no traps in this door.
I don't know nothing.
Would anyone like to go before me then?
If you're relatively certain, maybe you should go.
Ladies first.
Little Zahn
Right,
walks
so
in the
you
room.
open the door and you walk in the room, and everyone stop for just a moment
Yep.
because y'all are jumping all over the place, and I have to. Okay, so when you open the door, you notice that mechanical constructs rest against the wall of this large room, which is also full of tools and work tables. Wooden cabinets with labels such as bolts and iron bars line the walls. One humanoid construct, which I will go ahead and let's see here. Go here.
Oh my.
What?
Here. Here.
Great. It's a room full of dolls.
Here. 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 Alright, so this one, all of the rest of these seem to be inactive at the moment. This one is actively working on something on the bench over here. He does not see you. One humanoid construct made of cogs and gears stands near 7 deactivated ones, cleaning them with an oil rag. Wait. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Zahn's just gonna. Is it this one?
Okay, so as
Well, he's
soon
just
as you
gonna
walk up to him,
stand and like just stand over him and stare down at what he's doing.
as soon as you make yourself known, the construct turns around and immediately gets extremely surprised, and then he runs over to this one. He pushes some buttons and it opens a compartment, rapidly puts some buttons, pulls a lever. The drone lurches to life and runs at you, and everyone roll for initiative.
I wasn't making myself known, I was just watching.
Gotta slide in secretly. Interrogate it out of
I mean, I didn't specify.
Nat 1!
You guys have the best for last, right?
Yep, that's right. You know it. I guess it's a good way to use a nat 1 instead of attacking.
The
Alright,
attack
so-
might be accurate.
I'm gonna go back here. Let's see here. When I call your name, please give me your initiative. Which I need to put your actual names on my spreadsheet so I don't get anyone confused. Jezrina,
An 8.
8. Alright, Dr. Facilier,
15.
15. Alfina,
14.
14. Little Zahn,
13.
and Ariella,
I got 3.
3. So, Dr. Facilier, you're up first. What you gonna do?
The door is open and I would have been able to see all this happen, right?
Yes.
Could I run in there and try to tackle the original robot before he can turn on the other machines?
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's see here. That's gonna be.
I don't know how to scale the room is.
So it's this one. So we'll actually mark this one so that you guys know that he is the only active one except for the one that's attacking. So I will mark them as they're active, and I'll mark the blue one as the one who was activating everyone. Just give me 1 second. So which way do you run?
Be running in and
Are you talking about? Are you going to run straight for him?
probably more to the right in case he tries to run that way to turn on the rest and more
Okay.
cut him off.
So then it's going to be if you're trying to, are you trying to grapple him to stop him from doing something?
Yeah.
All right, then give me a straight strength roll. It's going to be a contested strength check.
Alright. Maybe? Was
So
it
I
12?
rolled a 13.
Oh,
So unfortunately, you are not able to stop him. And is that your entire turn? That was your action. You have a bonus action. If you were, it's just you.
yes.
So you'd have to be within. So you'd probably be here or here in order to try and stop him. So, you have a bonus action.
I wouldn't be able to use my 2-weapon fighting unless I attacked with my first action,
No.
correct?
Because your first action would have to be an attack in order to use 2-weapon fighting. Bonus action.
Alright, I'd like to summon Tentacles of the Deep.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
Let me put it up in the chat.
Yes, please. You can magically summon a spectral tentacle that strikes at your foes. As a bonus action, you create a 10-foot long tentacle at a point you can see within 60 feet. Tentacle will last for 1 minute. When you create the tentacle, you can make a melee spell attack against one creature within 10 feet. Alright. Let me see if I can find a tentacular. Sure, that looks good. Sorry about the wait here, guys. He's throwing extra stuff at me.
Tired.
Where do you want it? Hey, Dr. Feelgood, where do you want it?
I'm
do you
gonna
want
put
the
it right
tentacle?
in front of me.
Okay. And are you gonna do a melee attack on blue guy here?
Yes. I'm gonna
Okay,
see if I can
so
smack
roll
him
me-
down to the ground.
Roll me an attack.
I think it did the 16 for the attack, I think.
Oh yeah,
Or is
a
that-
16 for the attack. That will hit. So it takes 6 cold damage.
And it's
Is that what
reduced
that
by
says?
10 feet. Yes.
Okay. Alright, so let's see here.
And it lasts until the start of my next turn.
Alright, next up is Alfina.
We need like elevator music playing while we're waiting for him to type.
Oh,
There we go. That was perfect.
I can try to talk to my cat.
Oh no, if we do that, if we put it on YouTube, it might be strike.
Right.
Maybe not a strike, but a claim.
Yeah, the claim.
Which we're not monetized, so.
So, oh, I'm not too sure what's going on. So I go into standby. All right, so you take out your scimitar and cast Shillelagh on your club. Awesome. So you're raring to go, but you're not going to attack anything. You're just going to cast the Shillelagh. Perfect. All right. So next up is Little Jean.
Well, nothing's attacked, so he's just gonna.
I've just been more trying to restrain.
Yeah, he's just gonna stand there and watch them. Hold my
Okay.
action.
All right. So next up is this creature, and he is going to do a multi-attack on Little Jean.
Well, that's just rude.
He's gonna swing his fists at you, and that is a
Try to spare him, and this was the
20
gratitude he shows you.
and a 15.
Well, the 20 hits.
All right, so that is 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Next up is Jezrina.
Well then. Is the green lit one that's you just attacked?
Yeah, absolutely, Alfina. I'll let you hold your action since Shillelagh is a bonus action. So, okay, before Jezrina goes, Alfina, since you had a held action, and since that thing attacked Jean, did you want to go ahead and use that held action with your powered club? All right, so go ahead and whack at the. Give me an attack roll on the at this thing. Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
I had my held action too, so I would like to respond
Okay, absolutely.
when Alfina's done.
Okay, so with Shillelagh, I think it just adds a bonus, a damage bonus.
I think it makes it a magical weapon. I think that's all it really does.
Um,
So if a creature is resistant to non-magical weapons, Shillelagh would make it a magical weapon. I don't think it's just a cantrip, so it doesn't really do.
It's. I'm looking for it.
Yeah, so it becomes a D8, whether or not it is a D8,
Oh, okay, yeah. So roll a d8.
and then yes. So it becomes
Which
a
if you
D8
click on,
damage.
Click on
and-
Shillelagh. Okay. It's actually a d8 plus 2.
yeah, which would be the.
So that'd be
I put
10.
it in the chat for you if that helps.
So that'd be a total of 10 damage. Alright, so this thing is not looking good. It is barely hanging on. So go ahead and use your held action. Little Zone.
Alright, attack.
A 14. That will unfortunately miss.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay, now we're up to Jezrina. Sorry about that, Jezrina.
All good. Gotta catch up sometime.
So you-
Am I able to like run in and grab the closest one to me, kind of like grapple them and use them as a hostage?
yeah, sure. So absolutely, so that'd be a
Kidnapping
contested
robots?
strength check.
All right.
Well, I mean, these are all deactivated, so
Right. I
okay.
get that, but he's turned
So-
them all
So-
off.
That
wouldn't
would
be
that would be
contested,
since it's
contested.
deactivated, it wouldn't be contested. You just grab it.
I just grab it. Okay. Then I'm kind of like holler at him and be like, "Hey, man, stop attacking us, or I'm gonna start breaking, boys."
Okay, so that is your turn.
Yep.
Ariella.
I'll move to the door and hold my action.
Okay. So it is now this guy's turn, and he's immediately going to. He's got hit. Someone tried to grab him. He's immediately going to turn to this one, activate some buttons, pull a lever, and it is going to activate and run out here. And that is the end of his turn. And next up is, we're back at the top of the order with Dr. Facilier.
Seeing as the robots are starting to attack, I'm gonna go ahead and use 2-weapon fighting on the closest one
New
to me.
one?
That's
Yep,
green.
the one that just got activated.
Yeah.
Perfect. Roll me 2 attacks. Just remember, this uses your bonus action.
18 for the first one.
That one will definitely hit.
I'll roll the damage for it. A 5. And then for the second one, a
Definitely
20
hits.
for 6 damage.
All right. So as this one runs out, Dr. Facilier sees it coming with 2 swift stabs. All of a sudden, you see it kind of just disintegrates and falls to a pile of ashes in the ground, falls into dust. So this one is the dead. And next up is Little Zon.
I'm gonna swing at that first one again.
Okay.
That's much better.
And it doesn't matter what you roll because he had 1 hit point left. He also
Well,
collapses into a pile of dust.
11, so I smash it.
Yes. And
Does he seem
Next up.
phased by this at all?
he is not. He the one that in blue, he's he has one thing on his mind, and that's just activating it. Next up is so that was Luzon. Next up is Jezrina.
Well, seeing as he's not gonna stop, I'm gonna go ahead and break this one that I have grappled.
Okay. It's deactivated, so you just snap it in half, and as soon as you break it, it collapses into a pile of dust. And that is your action.
I'm gonna use
And
my
Ariella.
am I able to use my bonus action to go into a rage?
Okay, perfect. All right,
Rage.
Ariella.
I'm gonna throw a jab. Maybe. If it'll roll.
I think I did skip you too. I apologize. Are you throwing it at the blue guy?
Yep.
That definitely hits. I'm sorry, Alfina. I'll give you an extra turn next fight.
Oops. Ignore that second one. I hit it twice.
So
I said
you
keep
guys,
the second.
you guys see Yeah, we'll let you have a second. So you guys see Ariel fire off a javelin from across the room, and it plunges right into the face of this thing, and it also turns into a pile of dust and hits the ground. And you guys are out of initiative.
I'll walk over and pick up her javelin.
Looking
Oh,
around
you
the room,
actually
you find.
did.
Can I get an investigation check in this room?
Nope.
Nat 20! Nat 20! Ah.
Say little
Looking around
Zon
the
just
room-
sees a bunch of robot dust.
Looking around the room, you find inside a set of cabinets 4 sets of tinker tools, as well as schematics on how to build a set of animated armor. And as soon as you guys hear the word, you guys say the words animated armor, he comes running down the hallway and waves at you.
Welcome back.
And you also find a chunk of rock in a glass display case that reads Moon Shard, and you know that it's worth approximately 300 gold pieces.
I think our friend Clatter wants that armor.
I think our friend Clatter is that armor.
Correct.
Oh.
I'd like to wear Cloud.
So, where are you guys going next?
I want to go relax
yeah.
for a walk just in the garden.
You want to go in this room?
Do a nature walk.
All right.
Here we go. Shall we investigate to see if there's any poisons?
I mean, the rest of them are deactivated and they can't be turned back on. So, unless somebody does it specifically. So,
Just go
Um,
I mean, like the
I like
plant.
your
Going-
natural 19 there, just Serena.
Love it.
so this room is not. The door is not trapped. It is not locked. You can open it freely.
Oh, time to go smell the roses.
Eh?
So as soon as you walk in, hold on just a second. Let's see here. Find something appropriate.
Oh.
As soon as you walk in the room, over in the corner, along the far end of the wall, this room is you see a scrawny, haggard man. And this large room is covered in a variety of plants that have overgrown their pots. A low, magical light shimmers right about here. And you see a scrawny, haggard man that sits near the entrance that is just entranced by this orb of light that's hovering in the room.
Hello? Can you see me or hear me?
As soon as you say hello, nobody disturbs the master. And the light in the center of the room suddenly glows at full force. You watch as the man's fingers elongate, nails darkening and sharpening into claws. His face twists and morphs, nose twitching into a rat-like snout, and fur sprouting from his skin in patches of mottled gray. His body convulses, bones cracking and reshaping as he drops to all fours. His eyes now glint with a feral gleam. And what stands before you is no longer that man, but that.
Is that a were-rat?
It is a were-rat.
They put me in a room with rats.
And then over in the
Tell me the rats.
over in the corner,
Those
scurrying
crazy
out
ones.
of the pot.
Oh no,
Oh,
they're multiplying.
And everyone roll for initiative.
Is the really bright light still going as this happens?
Yes, the orb is still hovering in the middle, over in the square next to him. Let me see if I can find something for that.
Will this affect our vision?
It's not blinding or anything like that. It's just, very bright. Okay, you're gonna have to give me a little bit of leeway here, because I didn't have time to go through, and I wasn't expecting you guys to ask for something for this. So let's just imagine that campfire is a floating orb. Alright, let's see here. Sorry about the wait. I should have had this up already. I might have that. What's this? Yeah. Alright, Jezrina, looks like you got a 12. Dr. Facilier got a 14. Alfina got an 18. Nice. Little John got a... I'm going to say it that way every time because my brain is stuck. And Ariella got a 17. Nice. First up, is this, and as soon as you walk into the room, you see this giant, there's a whole bunch of rats just clambering over each other, a big kind of ball of rats that just runs over to you, and it's going to do a bite attack on you, Jezrina. And that's a natural 20. So it'd be a 22.
Careful, it might have rabies.
Oh my.
So, with my new... By the way, for those of you who haven't played with me recently, I've started new crit rules that I'm going to apply to monsters as well as people. So what that means is when you get a crit, you get double the dice. No, you don't get double the dice.
Yeah,
It's the same amount of dice, but one of them
the hit dice can be full damage, and you roll the other.
And roll the other and re-roll once. So that's going to be 11 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
And that is it for that turn. Next up is Alfina. I run in the room and stop to the side of the entrance and look at the rat thing and cast Entangle on the area. Okay, so Entangle is... Okay, let's just make these easier because I've used Entangle many times. So Entangle is a... We're not going to draw. We're going to do this, and we're going to do this. I think it's 20-foot cube. Can you post the spell?
Oh, that's going to be the whole area.
Later. Oh, we can move it. It's a 20-foot square. So, yeah. So let me check here. 1 second.
Is it 20 by 20 or is it 10 by 10?
It's 10. It's 20-foot square, but it's 10 foot from the center. So that would be right there. If you wanted to get just the if you wanted to get just the I'm guessing you wanted to get just the swarm and the were-rat and not get Jazrina. Is that what you're going for? Yes, perfect. So with a creature in the area, when you cast the spell, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the engulfing plants. There's no damage, I don't think. It just restrains them. Alright, so the were-rat and the swarm have to pass a strength saving throw. That is a... What's the DC on it? Well, alright, so the rat swarm rolled a 12 and the were-rat rolled a 19. So unfortunately they are not entangled. Do you have a bonus action? Yeah, ROUSs, exactly.
I think technically the swarm is just a bunch of small, like normal-sized rats, but
Yeah, just in a large ball. I don't know how long it lasts. Let me go back up here. It's been a while since you cast Shillelagh, but... Can you look at your spell on Shillelagh and see how long it lasts?
1 minute.
so
No, it's been longer than that. So Shillelagh would not still be up. Would you like to recast it? For your bonus action? Alright, yeah, go ahead and so you cast Shillelagh as your bonus action. And next up is going to be Ariella.
Yay. Let's see. I want to cast Poisonous Spray. And I'll use the same 10-foot radius of that. You have everything in there has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
13.
Well, the rat swarm rolled a 16, but the were-rat rolled a 2.
And they will take 6 points of damage.
6 points of poison damage.
Yep.
Just call Ariel pest control. Is that all you're doing on turn, Ariel?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay, Dr. Facilier. You're up.
Yep.
You know, some doctors are silly, but this doctor is Facilier. I'm ashamed of myself. Dr. Facilier, are you still with us?
Yeah. You said the rats are not entangled, correct?
Correct. They passed their strength checks.
And he hasn't taken a single hit point yet, has he?
The were-rat has. The swarm of rats has not.
I would like to cast Toll of the Dead on the were-rat then.
Toll of the Dead on the were-rat. Perfect.
And since it's missing a hit point, it'll take 1d12 instead of 1d8.
Correct. So it must pass a Wisdom saving throw. And it rolls a 9, and it is a +0 to Wisdom, so that will fail. So it's going to take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Correct.
Okay. Alright. Is that it for your turn?
That will be all.
Next up is Jezrina. Jezrina, the swarm of rats just ran up and bit you, and it hurt. What are you going to do about it?
I'm gonna beat it with some hand axes.
Do it! Do it!
2 weapon fighting. There's my first. Got a 9.
Unfortunately, that will miss.
Oh, the second one didn't do much better.
That will also miss, unfortunately.
I guess Jezrina's just flattling her arms with her axes.
Got a flail and hope you hit something.
And will that be it for your turn?
Yep, that's all I can do.
Alright, so as you're taking some swings at this swarm of rats, the other one runs out, and it's going to attack you. And it rolled a 5 plus 2 is 7. I'm assuming that's going to miss.
7 misses.
Correct. Alright. So now, seeing you guys do some damage to its babies, the were-rat is going to let off this high screeching scream, and it's going to run out, and it is going to do 2 attacks. It's going to let's see here. It's going to pull out a short sword, and it's going to take a swing at you with it. And that is going to be a 7 also. And then it's going to open its toothy mouth and take a bite at it. And that's going to be a
I'm assuming this is
19.
directed towards Jezrina. Am I able to use a reaction to dodge this?
Yeah, if you have a reaction, what react?
The opportunity attack it would be, wouldn't it?
That's
This is
only
not
if
an
they try to run
opportunity
away,
attack.
though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is not an opportunity attack. So that'd be a 19.
Yep, that hits.
So then you're going to take 3 points of piercing damage, and then I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw. Alright, you definitely passed that. You do not contract were-rat lycanthropy. So, next up is going to be Little Zone.
Okay. He's gonna smash this guy.
Are you going straight for the were-rat?
Yeah.
That'll definitely hit.
8. And I want to
Were you gonna put a divine smite on him?
hold on. I gotta look at it first. So actually it's gonna be a
So
searing.
when you hit,
No, I know, I just had to make sure.
okay, just
It's actually gonna
when
be a
you hit-
searing
Oh.
smite.
Oh, okay, cool.
So he takes.
So when you hit this, you notice that 8 point, that bludgeoning damage, it doesn't do as much as you thought it would.
But does this
That is fire damage.
Yep.
9 points is fire damage. That does do as much as you thought it would.
So he actually. Oh, come on. So he continues to take fire damage. I think he can take an action. Okay, at the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 1d6 fire damage. On a successful save, okay, so he just rolls a Constitution.
Okay.
But if he fails, he continues to take fire damage. But I think it can use an action to put out the flames.
Okay.
If he so chooses.
Next up, back at the top of the order, with Rat Swarm number 1, and that's going to take another bite of Jizrino. And that's going to be a... That's going to be a 16. Is a 16 hit Jizrino?
That hits.
And that's going to be 10 piercing damage.
Oh.
Didn't you... Hold on a second. Didn't you rage earlier?
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
this piercing damage that you've been taking needs to be halved. So all the damage that you've been taking during this fight, have it.
So add 6, and then what would be half of 11? Do 5?
Half of
instead?
11 will be 5. You take 5 out of 11 damage.
Alright.
So, next up is... next up is Alfina. That is correct. You do get advantage because you are flanking with Jezrina. It's not an ROUS, it's a Rat Swarm. Do it. Roll with advantage and attack. Beat it with that club. That will hit. That will also hit.
That hits even more.
Are you hitting it twice?
I think he was just rolling for advantage.
Oh, yeah. I forgot rolling for advantage. You're right. Sorry. So 7 bludgeoning damage.
And it is a magical weapon,
Correct.
if that matters.
So, you notice when it hits, okay, yeah. But you notice when it hits, it doesn't do as much damage as you thought it would. So go, take another attack. Don't forget to add advantage. Any damage is good damage, that is correct. Fortunately, that will not hit. So next up is going to be Ariella.
I am going to cast Hellish Rebuke.
Ooh.
It doesn't have
So
to
you put that in
be.
the chat?
Doesn't have to be a reaction.
No, it's a spell.
Well, I know, but
Well,
I think it
It's a
has.
spell, but I think it's
Oh, it is a reaction.
Yeah.
I just read that.
It's a really
Okay.
fun reaction, though.
Fine, I won't do that. We'll do Torching Ray then. Maybe. Ooh.
Ooh. What are you scorching?
Guess the one between the mouse between the two of them.
Okay, this one.
Yep.
That will hit, and 9 points of fire damage.
Fire.
It is not looking well.
That's all I can do.
And next up is Dr. Facilier.
Alright, what do we got so far?
We've got 2 rat swarms and a were-rat, and this rat swarm and this were-rat are both bloodied, which means they're below half health.
If I attack the one straight in front of me, would I get the sneak attack damage? Since it has 2 more
I
opponents on
will
each side.
give you sneak attack because it's focused on the side of it, yes.
Alright. We will be doing 2-weapon fighting.
Are these melee weapons?
Yes, both with a dagger.
And you would have to take a step forward.
Oh yeah, my bad. There we go. Alright, crit 1 for the first one. Oh my, you gotta be kidding me.
Oh, what?
Dr. Facilier walks up to the swarm of rats and he stabs down, and it just happens that because they're running around in a frenzied rage, running around, and it just so happens that both times he goes, he just happens to miss and hit the ground. You see kind of sparks fly off as his dagger hits the floor, the stone floor.
The rats.
Next up is
The rats did the same
Jezrina and-
feint in the row, and he failed for it both times.
I curse you,
and
rat.
Jezrina, just as a reminder, because Alfina is over here, you do get advantage on this rat swarm.
Lovely. Well, here we go with the 2-weapon fighting then.
Don't make the same mistakes I did.
That will definitely hit.
Let's see if I can get a natural one. Nope. Okay. 20 for the first one.
Okay. 5 points of slashing damage.
Wait, was I supposed to roll those at advantage?
No, you weren't.
She's just flanking.
Yep, she's
Oh,
flanking,
yeah.
so she gets advantage.
21.
That will definitely hit.
And a 5 again.
They are barely holding up. You also notice with your slashing damage, it doesn't do as much as you thought it would. Next up is Rat Swarm Numero Dos. And it is going to take another bite at Jezrina. And that is a 10. I'm assuming that it's going to miss.
Yes, it does.
And the were-rat, it took a bite out of Jezrina last time, but then this giant Goliath came over and tried to whack it with a warhammer. So it's going to change tactics a little bit, and it's going to take a multi-weapon attack. It's
So,
going to attack the Goliath.
Is this the were-rat?
Huh?
Is this the were-rat?
Yeah, this is the were-rat.
So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's right. Constitution saving throw. And that is a failure, so he takes 1d6. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me. 1d6 fire damage.
4.
That's Searing Smite.
That's
Oh,
the fire
yeah,
damage.
yeah. And he is not going to try to put the flames out. He is just enraged, and he is going to attack you with a short sword, and that's going to be a 20.
Hold on a
Does a
second.
20 hit?
Hold on.
Oh,
I think it.
do you have a reaction?
No. That's not. It's not a reaction. So yeah, it hits. It does hit.
Okay. So that's going to be 6 points of piercing damage. And then he is also going to attempt to take a bite at you. And that is a natural 1. So he does not take a bite at
You
you.
didn't do it.
He completely misses.
At least
fine
I'm
by
not the
me.
only one.
Although,
Next up is,
if he wants to keep trying to bite me instead of anybody else, I'm okay with that.
next up
For
is
reasons.
Little John.
Well, I'm gonna retaliate.
Do it.
Or not.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for loving us tonight.
Yeah. That's
So-
just like crit failed on my initiative. Now my attack. That's it.
Back up to Rat Swarm number 1, and it feels like it's getting boxed in here. It's going to change tactics a little bit, and it's going to attack. It's going to attack Alfina. It's going to try and bite you, and that is a 12. Alfina does a 12 hit.
Just it.
That means Alfina. That means it does hit. So that is going to be 7 points of piercing damage. And next up is Alfina. I would like to use Hellish Rebuke.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
Do it.
What does that
do
do?
it.
ED10 fire damage to the swarm, I think it was.
Really?
Yep.
It's only 2d10.
Oh. No, it's as a racial,
No,
I
wait,
think it's 3d10.
Yeah, it says 3d10.
Because this is Alfina's racial.
Dexterity saving throw.
And I think
That
they
is
just
a
take
5.
well, they take full damage.
And
They definitely
So-
failed.
the rat bites Alfina, and then Alfina just points at him. And all of a sudden the rats squeak and burst into flames, and then there's nothing but ashes and charred remains. And they are nothing left. They
They
burn
did.
ashes.
Little
They had 5
Little
hit
Zon
points
is
left.
just gonna yell
Fire damage.
fire,
Yeah, dead.
like triumphantly.
Alright, so next up is Ariella. Giggle maniacally.
Going to cast command on the rat.
Command on the
Command.
rat.
Mm.
Can you put that in the chat for me, please?
Maybe the
How do I
were
do
rats or the
So, and when you
The rat,
click on
yeah.
command, when you click on the spell command, it should pop over to the right side of the screen, and up at the
Mhm.
very top, you should see a little button that says Display in VTT. Perfect.
Aha!
Okay, so what is your one-word command?
I'm going to tell it to flee.
Flee. All right.
Mhm.
Wisdom saving throw, and it rolled a 5. So it is immediately going to take off and run this way. So that means that Jezrina and Little Jean, you all get an opportunity attacks.
yep. Oh, maybe not.
Aw, come on.
Just gonna drop the great axe.
I was trying to
The
give you an
12
opportunity.
Little Jean, that 12 will hit.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Not for
Just
much
read it.
though.
It doesn't matter. It had 2 hit points left.
Oh wow.
So as it turns to flee, Little Jean comes down with the warhammer, catches it right on its head, and its head explodes, and it drops to the
Oops.
ground.
A smoldering heat
Um,
because it's still on fire.
Yeah, it's still on fire. So that is the end of the were rat. And next up is that was Ariella's turn. So next up is Dr. Fasuli.
Woohoo.
If I try to cast Eldritch Blast in here, I'd be at disadvantage because of the range, right?
No.
No, because the only reason you'd be
You're not in
disadvantaged with
melee
Eldritch
range.
Blast is if you're right next to the person, to the thing.
Alright.
But you're 10 feet away from the rat, so you can definitely cast Eldritch Blast on them.
I'd like to cast Eldritch Blast.
Do it.
Shit.
14.
14 will hit.
Ooh, for 13 damage.
Dang.
And what kind of damage is that?
Force.
Force damage. They are bloodied. Next up is Jezrina.
Oh,
Are you gonna do the old double hand axe action?
I sure am, and I'm going to use my bonus action to hit it again. So here's the first one.
Yeah,
16.
that'll hit.
With an 8.
Okay.
And 9. Probably not.
Oh, that will not hit, unfortunately.
And that'll be my turn.
Well, so you're rolling with your great axe, and a great axe is a two-handed weapon, so it can't be used as two-weapon attack. Earlier, you were using a hand axes for the two-weapon attack because they're one-handed weapons, so you can have one in each hand.
Is a great
But
axe?
the great axe,
There's a way.
I think it might be versatile.
It's
The
'cause of
Reckless of Frenzy attack.
great axe is versatile.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, the
the
Frenzy
war-
or the Reckless attack from the
Hold on.
Barbarian gives her the ability to use her bonus action as another attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
'cause that's
Oh,
Hella.
okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
Helena.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
a
and-
warhammer is
Are you- so are
versatile.
you-
So
If you're in a
Spell.
range, that means you need to add 2 damage to that slashing.
So it would be 10 instead of 8.
Yep.
Correct.
Okay.
okay.
We have
Yeah, no,
a
great axe. I was thinking of the
uh,
warhammer being versatile.
All right, so next up is that was Jezrina. Next up is Rat Swarm 2. It did not like me. Just attacked it with a great sword, so it's going to take a bite. And it is not going to take a bite because that's a 6. And next up is Little Zon.
He's gonna go right behind the swarm for
Advantage.
Yes.
For playing.
Selfness.
I'm not sure how to turn advantage on, but we'll just roll twice.
Right click on whatever you're rolling, and it'll bring up a little menu, and you just click advantage, and it'll roll both.
I was in my. There we go. Well, that didn't roll twice. I think I clicked on the wrong thing.
That will definitely hit. It is barely clinging to life. You have a bonus action you'd like to attempt?
Nope.
Do you want to pump some smite into there,
No.
Mr. Paladin?
No, they're.
Alright.
I only got so many of those.
Next up is Alfina. I moved to the rats and attacked, yelling, "Shillelagh!" I love it. That'll definitely hit. And you watch as Alfina comes over, raises her club in the air, screams "Shillelagh!" and slams it down and just obliterates the rats. And they are gone, and you are out of initiative. Congratulations, you have cleared another one.
Yay.
So,
All from the hallway.
Yeah, what is everyone's? Well, I'm going to use lay on hands on myself and use.
Oh. Everybody leave. Just Rena's over here touching herself.
Yep.
Not just little Zan's over here touching herself. Everybody leave.
Build your arm.
So I used 10 of my lay on hands to bring myself back up. I know.
All right.
Was it just Rena? Okay. I have 5 more lay on hands to give out. Does anybody want it?
When you guys walk out of the greenhouse, you see the clatter, the suit of armor, and he's waving and pointing at this door.
Hey, Rogue.
Yes.
Can we take a break because my kids are tired and they want to go to bed?
Oh, yep, absolutely. Everybody, we're gonna take a 10-minute bio break.
I'm
Go use the restroom. Get some. I mean, if you guys want, we could all pile into the library, and you guys could take shifts, and we could roll that when you get back to take a long rest.
Sure.
If you guys would like.
I'm gonna use the rest of my lay on hands for Alfina. So
Okay.
5 to her, just in case. Done.
So, as you guys go into the library and settle down, right before you're about to start taking watch, Clatter walks in, waves, gives you a thumbs up, and then does the symbol where he puts his hands together and puts it next to his face. And then he turns around and he watches the door.
So he's keeping watch
So,
of this.
are you all going to... Yes, are you all going to trust him?
I'll trust our trusty friend.
He's the only thing that hasn't attacked us in this house so far.
I trust no one.
Did we all take a long rest during this time?
That's currently what
Yeah,
we're...
if basically what's going to happen is you're going to take a long rest and he's going to keep watch over you.
Oh, my bad. I did not catch that part.
Do we have? It sounds like we're 4 for 4. Ariella, you said you trust no one.
I trust no one.
So would you like to take a watch?
No.
Are you just not going to sleep?
Mm. I'll stay up half the night.
Okay.
I'll only
Half the
take a
night?
short rest. Yeah, I'll only take a short rest.
Okay. So everybody else, the suit of armor watches over you nicely. You're able to get a long rest. You're able to refill all your spell slots. Ariella, you can roll a hit dice to regain the missing hit points if you are missing any.
Ariella.
And then after,
Is Ariella, is she an elf?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you only
Technically,
need
I only-
4 hours?
Technically, I only
Yeah,
need
really.
4 hours.
and then once everybody's awake, then the suit of armor is going to go back over to this door, wave, and then point at the door.
I'm very perceptive, apparently. Did I find anything?
Is that on what?
Just to
the door?
investigate. No, just to investigate.
You investigate the library that you guys have already investigated.
Yep.
You
It's the
find
same.
everything that you've already found.
Oh, okay.
Nothing changed.
What?
Nothing changed. Good deal.
So what are y'all gonna do now?
I think we
Should
shall.
we explore the rest of the rooms?
think we should
I
follow
think
up.
Clatter really wants us to explore this room.
Alright, Flatter, we're gonna trust your...
Zon's just
Would like
little Zon's
the
just
door.
gonna go in.
Okay, so the door is unlocked. As you walk in, there's no traps or anything. The room has two chairs and a sofa, centered around a bearskin rug. 4 potted plants rest in each corner. A painting of the moon sits above the fireplace next to a crosshatched tapestry that reads "Home Sweet Home."
So little Zon.
Give me a perception.
Okay, just kidding. Little Zon doesn't trust paintings, so he's gonna turn the moon painting around. Like,
Okay.
they've already talked to them. Like, other paintings have already talked to him, and he's getting tired of inanimate objects talking to him, so he's just gonna turn it around just to be safe.
First
Okay.
the cup, the painting.
And then my perception was an 18.
Okay, so looking around the room, you notice a portrait of the Ivy Mansion behind one of the chairs. It's odd though; it looks like it would be far more fitting the moon painting is. Do you do anything with that portrait?
He's also gonna turn it face down.
Well, as soon as you approach the portrait, you hear an odd scraping sound, and the chair itself begins to move. Eyes appear all over it.
Oh no.
Eyes appear all over it, and the cushion lifts up, revealing razor-sharp teeth.
Little Zon is getting really tired of these inanimate objects coming to life.
And then
This is
two
some-
of the potted plants in the corners
No.
suddenly start moving and burst out of their pots. And you see these large stick figures burst out of the pots. And they are ready to pounce, and everyone roll for initiative.
Hey, Roach,
boy.
I had a question.
This is some
Sir, yes, sir.
Would Devil's Sight allow me to see through the magic?
I don't know what
Like,
Devil's
to
Sight
see
is.
I think I can put it in the thing. I can see normally in darkness both magical and non-magical to a distance of 120 feet.
That only affects darkness.
Alright.
So if somebody has cast magical or non-magical darkness, then you can see up to 100 feet. It only affects darkness.
Alright.
Let's see. Alright, let's see here. Jezrina got a
5.
5 on initiative. Dr. Facilier got a 15. Alfina received a 20 on initiative. They're itching to go. Lupazan got a 16. And Ariella got a 10.
Ariella.
So,
Ariella. Ariella.
Ariella. Ariella? Like Erie?
Erie. Like Lake Erie, yeah.
Okay.
You keep saying it a little too close to another word.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Would it perhaps be on ice?
Huh.
Maybe.
sorry. 1 second. Alright, Alfina, you're up. I take out my club and scimitar, and as a bonus action, cast Shillelagh and move over to the chair and attack it. Do
What the
it.
poor chair do to you?
So, no, you do not have advantage there. Problem with, if you use bonus action for the Shillelagh, you cannot use 2-weapon fighting, because that would 2-weapon fighting requires a bonus action. Okay, so you just gonna use Shillelagh then? Okay, so go ahead and on the mimic, that will hit. With 9 points of damage. Alright, so, bonus action was Shillelagh. Action was attack with the Shillelagh. Next up is...
Oops, sorry.
And little Zon, you notice as this little potted plant that was once a potted plant, it runs over and it goes to use its claws on you.
It's not very nice. Little Zon is not impressed.
12.
That's a miss.
Alright. Next up is little Zon.
Alright, I'm gonna move here. Tired of these things coming to life.
Now you have advantage regardless if you hit the mimic or the twig roll.
Well, I'm going for the mimic. So.
Alright, so you do have advantage for flanking. That will definitely hit.
That. I like that number. And. It's 19.
Oof.
So,
Oofda.
actually, only one of.
Well, it's
So
2d6.
Well, is it? No, it's only 1d6.
Yes. Okay, I'll take the 6 then.
I think that was the one that rolled first anyway. So the other one is supposed to be when the mimic takes its turn. Like it has
okay.
I don't know why it's rolling both. It's dumb.
Okay, so that is the end of your turn.
Yep.
And Dr. Postillier.
Could I ask the magical suit of armor to slightly move to the left?
He salutes and steps aside.
I would like to use 2-weapon fighting on the enemy in front of me, and this would be flanking.
You will get
right?
advantage on both. Yeah, you will get advantage on both attacks.
Woohoo! For the first one, it will be a 21.
Go ahead and roll your damage for that. That will definitely hit.
For 4 damage.
And that is a dagger. You stab it, and it and then just collapses and turns into ash.
But I use my second attack on the mimic if I move closer.
Correct, you can. You still have some movement available, so absolutely. You will not
And
get
this
an
one-
advantage on this one.
Alright. Or 17.
That will hit.
And another 4 points of damage. Or
You shouldn't have sneak attack this time.
I don't know why it
No,
keeps
so
rolling
just the
sneak
4
attack.
points of damage. Alright, next up is Iriella. Did I say it right this time?
Yeah. I'm gonna move into the room and cast poisonous spray at will.
Nice.
I have to have a Constitution saving throw of 13, or take 4
Who are you
damage.
attacking?
The mimic.
The Mimic?
Mhm.
That is a 10, and its con is a +2, so it'd be a 12, so that fails. So it's going to take all 4 of that poison damage.
Yep.
Is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of my turn.
And at the end of that turn, this twig, it's going to run over and it's going to claw at Alfina. And then going to be a, let's see here, that's going to be an 18. It's an 18 hit to Alfina. So that's going to be 3 points of piercing damage.
Yep. She does have Hellish Rebuke back because of that rest.
Do it!
True. Ooh.
Dexterity save?
Yeah. Should be a dex save roll. So
It says DC 11.
11.
uh-huh.
It gets a +1 and it rolled a 9.
Oh.
So it runs over, it claws at you. Once again, you point at it, and this twig blight just poof, bursts into flames, and then immediately just turns into ash. Yeah. So here's the funny thing about the twig blight. It has 4 points of health. It has 4 health. It has damage vulnerability to fire. It has 4 health. You just did 28 points of damage to that thing. It doesn't exist anymore. I'm not even going to put an X on it. I'm going to delete it from the board because it doesn't exist anymore. Alright,
There's no,
next
there
up
no
is...
ash left.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing left. Jezrina, you're up.
Alright. Oh, that's the wrong one. Running here behind the mimic.
Advantage.
Oh, I didn't roll again. That's okay. I'll roll again. 20.
Yeah, that will not hit, unfortunately. That 20 will hit. Too bad it's not natural.
So 4.
4 points of slashing damage.
And then I will burst into a rage.
Do it.
I forgot I can.
So it's a bonus action. And next up is Zemik. And Zemimic is going to... the person who originally came over here was Zahn, who's messing with the paintings. So that's the person that was going to attack immediately. And it's going to... Zimic. Z-Mimic! And it's going to do a... Let's see here. And it's going to do a bite on John. And that's going to miss, because it will 3 plus 5 would be 8. So, next up is Alfina. Alfina the Burninator. Attacking in with Shillelagh. Do it. Oi, me Shillelagh. That'll definitely hit. Nine points of damage. Well, this thing is looking rough. Are you gonna do 2-weapon attack with your scimitar now? Do it. Yeah, that'll hit.
Definitely.
With 2 slashing damage. Hey, remember what you said, man. All damage is good damage.
I'm not.
Alright, next up is Jean.
It's Little Zon. Thank you.
Little Zon.
So I'm gonna use my hammer. Oh, it did the mimic do
wow,
a Constitution saving throw on its turn?
It did not.
No. Okay. So it
And
should do that.
Is a failure.
So it takes.
So it took 5 points of fire damage.
Yeah, I guess we can just take that number.
And it's still on fire.
Yep. And here's my crit. Well, I'll just do flat roll
Crit.
then. That's max
Okay.
damage.
Didn't matter what you rolled. It had 2 points.
It did
2 points of damage.
still
left.
23
2 points
damage.
of healing left. So 2 points of health.
Let me have my max
Like the top.
damage.
All right.
It goes into poop into existence as well.
I'm wondering why everything is like crumbling to ash whenever we kill
That's
it.
yours. That's land.
Yeah, that's what I was starting to wonder.
All right. So you destroy this thing, and now you are out of initiative. As you search the rest of the room, you find under one of the chairs a cap made of ermine that is a platinum brooch set with tiny sapphires. It's quite exquisite craftsmanship, worth about 250 gold pieces. As you search between the couch cushions, you also find 37 gold pieces. What room are you investigating next? The rooms that you have left based on your map are the kitchen, the bedroom, and the observatory.
I think I could go for a snack.
Looks like Alfina wants to go to the kitchen. Is Alfina hungry?
Alpina hungry.
Yeah. So, would you like to investigate the kitchen?
We shall investigate the kitchen.
Are there cookies
Alright.
in there?
So,
I remember mention
as
of
you open
cookies
the
earlier.
door,
Ooh,
as you
I
open
see
the
a
door,
kitchen.
this small kitchen
Hey, let's
has
go.
an oven, a stove, cabinets, and a table for preparing food. There's also a wooden door to a pantry that is right there. And let's see here.
Do I see anything?
One more, please. Yo apologizo.
It's a kitchen. What's wrong with you?
The cookies could not be cookies.
like took
So
my cookies.
on the table in the
Oh,
kitchen,
chocolate.
there's a human girl no older than 8. She's tied up and whimpering on the table, and a cleaver is jammed into the table near the child's head. I need someone give me a nature.
Do you
check.
make the cookies?
Sure.
Oh.
Alfina, with your 20, you've read about this before. The way that silk shimmers, almost seeming like it's there and not there at the same time, It appears that as though the girl is wrapped up in phase spider silk. So what do you do?
Are you okay?
The girl is alive. She's just tied up.
Ask her if she's okay.
My name is Tathra. I'm an orphan from Long Saddle.
Do I know where that is?
It's the town where you guys were in the tavern came here.
Gotcha.
The rat man told me he was taking me to see the boogeyman. After he said that, I passed out and I woke up here.
Can I try to untie her?
Yeah.
What do I need to roll for that?
After you untie her, she sits up on the table, brings her knees up, wraps her arms around her knees, and just sits there rocking herself on the table. Lock the door, blow out the light. The hungry Onai wants the night. Hide and tremble, little one. The Onai wants to have some fun. Hear it scratching on the door. See its shadows cross the floor. The sun won't rise for quite a while. Till then, beware the Onai's smile. And then she just keeps sitting there chanting that old.
And you're supposed to lock the door.
So I think we're supposed to follow.
Just for you,
these.
Alfina, I was going for extra creepy. So do you guys want to investigate anything else in here? Do you want the pantry?
No,
Just to be
investigate
clear,
the
there are no
pantry.
cookies, right?
That's what I'm looking for. Are there any in
So
the
somebody already did an
pantry?
investigation check. No, there's no cookies. There's no cookies.
Oh,
here.
come on!
So as you investigate the kitchen, looking around the room, you notice that there's a bronze key labeled pantry hanging next to the pantry door. You also see a slight shimmer in one of the cupboards.
I'll reach
Maybe
into the
there'd be a
cupboard.
cookie in pantry.
I reach into the cupboard.
Well, the pantry is locked. Are you going to use the key on the pantry door? It's hanging. So as you put the key in the lock, you quickly realize it doesn't even fit.
Well, that's a lie.
I'd like to.
And then you
follow
guys
her
remember
Jezreel.
that Jezrina came
have
in
a
here
key.
with some keys.
I need your bronze key.
My keys.
Yeah, see if
Okay.
the key will fit.
Alright. Oh, I'm lost.
Hold on.
The bronze key is the one that was hanging by the pantry. You guys already tried that one. You want to try her silver key?
Oh
I
yeah.
have
Mhm.
silver key.
Okay. So as you slide the silver key in, it's perfect and it unlocks it.
Wow.
Peering inside the pantry, you find a cook's utensils and 4 red hue potions. Someone give me a medicine check. Actually, 5 potions.
I'm not good with medicine.
Potion for each.
A
I'm
10 was
here.
all you needed.
okay with medicine.
Now you're 20. Alpina, you immediately know that these are 5 basic potions of healing.
Hooray.
Everybody
So
gets
do you guys open the pantry
potion.
door?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so who all is right there when you open the pantry door?
Zahn is in the hallway because there are no cookies and he's not interested.
You have to drink the glass of milk by itself.
Man.
You need cookies with
Never
milk.
gonna
You can't
get
drink it
you.
by yourself, by itself.
There's no cookies.
All right, Alfina's standing by the door. It looks like Iriella, Jezrina and Dr. Facilier are right by the door. So when you open the door, it feels as though you hit something. And peering inside, you see a beholder floating in the pantry. But just as you see it, it explodes, releasing spores throughout the air. And Iriola, Jezrina, and Dr. Facilier, I need you all to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Little Zahn is glad he didn't go in there.
Oh no. It was almost a 19.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
I can't be charmed or put to sleep. Just so you know.
This is neither of those.
Okay.
Alright, so all three of you, your mind is flooded with memories of seeing through multiple eye stalks, of shooting death rays, of commanding minions to do your bidding, and finally of a group of adventurers entering your lair. After that, nothing but darkness. So all three of you
We just get the beholder's
Take-
memories.
points of poison damage, and you are infected.
Oh,
I need all of your well, I guess I can see your cons. Jezrina, you have 12 hours until you die, unless you're cured. Dr. Facilia, you have 9 hours. And Iriella, you also have 9 hours.
9 hours until I
no.
die.
Because you're infected.
Flashbacks.
What is it?
What are we infected with?
Give me a nature check.
From all three of us?
Well, that's not great.
Well, just anybody who's there.
Oh, I thought that was a 1. Ow.
I don't think anybody really figures it out.
Well, it's a good thing you just need a 10. You realize immediately that the creature wasn't a beholder, but a gas spore. If you don't find a way to cure yourself of this poison, you know that you'll die, and your body will be consumed in order to produce more of these gas spores.
Would those healing potions be able to cure us by chance?
I think that's just
They'll
health.
heal up the...
Oh, yeah.
That's just health. They will not cure you of this, of your... Basically, you're poisoned.
Maybe we can search the house for a cure.
As a level 3 paladin, I do not have access to, would it be like lesser restoration? Would that do
The
it?
rest... I think lesser restoration will be it.
But I don't. I
Looking
think
around
that's
the
level
pantry, you see
2.
the pantry is a mess. Yeah. The rest of the pantry is just a mess of molded, uneaten food that reeks of decay.
Can I cast false life on myself?
Yeah.
I'd like to phone a friend.
So I get 5 points of
And you, as soon as Clatter hears his name, he approaches and waves at you.
Do you know of the cure of these?
He shakes his head.
Oh,
Actually,
no.
he shakes his head, and then he just kind of slowly lowers his head.
You know something,
Clatter.
don't you?
No, he shakes his head as if he's acting like he's sad
Oh,
because he
knows
knows
we're
that you're
gonna
probably gonna die.
Well,
Well,
But like I said, it's 9 hours.
gonna die.
Iriella, golly. Come on, stay away.
And
Eerie.
you were-
I'm just
you
gonna
were
start calling
worried.
you Eerie.
just call me Eerie. That's
Eerie
fine.
and Jezrina. Eerie and Jezrina, you have 9 hours, and Dr. Fusilia, you have 12.
but
no, I
Rita has
have
12.
mine. Irelia has 12.
Jezrina has 12. Okay.
Mr. Moose got 12.
So do you go across the bedroom and investigate there?
Well, time to investigate the last room.
No, there's the bedroom. Before that.
There's still one more room, the bedroom.
To the bedroom. To go lay out my death.
He said, hold on.
Oh.
I believe so. Hold on a second. Let me look up Lesser Restoration. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
You
I'm
touch a
pretty
creature
sure.
and can end either one disease or one condition afflicting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
Ew. I just don't have access to it.
We only have 9 hours, though, don't we?
Yeah.
You want to investigate this final bedroom and then take another long rest?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you have 2 spell slots. And then wait and do the 12-hour one after.
Yeah, I could do the 2 of us and then her.
Thank God for spell slots.
Right?
Actually, there's one more room that you guys haven't done anything with yet.
The
So there's this room, the observatory, this room, the bedroom, and then also this room, the privy.
I didn't even
You have
realize
not
that
looked in the
was
bathroom yet.
toilet weapon.
So you're going in the bedroom to look around?
Oh,
Yep, I'm gonna die on the bed.
Go to the bathroom real quick, guys.
So a large bed sits against one wall, and a wardrobe and dresser dominate the opposite side. Before I continue reading this, it looks like someone wants to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Dr. Fusilier, a small room features a hole in the ground from which a foul odor wafts. Do you want to look in the hole?
I wouldn't do it.
Sure, why not?
As you peer into the hole, you see a slowly moving stream, which must be used to collect and take away the occupant's refuse, or is a quick way out. It just leads out the back of the mansion.
Would be nice.
So back to the bedroom. The dresser over here, the dresser right there, has a gigantic mirror attached to it, which is covered with a bed sheet. It appears nobody has used this room in quite some time.
Until I flopped on the
Would
bed.
anyone like to do some investigations?
Are there any portraits in this room?
There are no portraits in this room.
Oh.
In fact, once
I
everyone
intimidated
who
this
wants
room.
to be in the room.
Intimidating them.
Everyone who is in the room, give me an investigation. If you're not in the room, don't worry.
Like, I do try to intimidate the room because I
on
just know that something
Yuri.
is gonna come to life in here.
And I need Alfina, I need an investigation from you because you're also in the room. So Eerie, when you look in the wardrobe and dresser, you find several expensive, although eccentric, sets of men's clothes worth a total of about 100 gold pieces. Alfina,
That's also
you decide to
intimidation.
investigate the mirror that has a bed sheet over it. You notice bed sheets covering a rather large object. Do you remove the bed sheets?
No.
Does anyone want to remove the bed sheet?
No, I'm good.
Zahn will. But he'll also
Zahn
have
will?
his... Yeah, little Zahn will, but he'll also have his Warhammer ready.
Okay. So, as you remove the bed sheet, you reveal a ornately carved mirror with about a 1-foot diameter section of it removed. Something is odd about the mirror, though, as it seems as though your movements are just out of sync. And just as you realize that,
Can I smash the mirror?
your reflection
Ew.
jumps out and attacks, and everyone initiative.
Oh,
Ugh. It's not one thing, it's
Doppelgangers.
another. I think it's
Being
more
triggered. Being
That's
triggered
funny
from
on
past
initiative.
memories.
It's entity.
Not even in the room. I gotta go first.
I thought you said no to doppelgangers.
Hey,
What the heck?
Helen is triggered right now.
She's not even
All
here.
right. Well, good thing
Yeah.
Helen is not here.
You
All
know.
right. So let's see. Here.
Somewhere
Dr.
in the
Facilier gets
multiverse.
a 9.
Yes, somewhere in the multiverse. she is
Jezrina gets a
triggered.
22. Alfina gets a 14. Lopazan gets a 9. And Iriella gets a 4.
I want to go last, apparently.
This guy gets a that.
Even
Alright,
though I'm
so-
right there by it.
Jezrina, you're up first.
Alright. I'm gonna run up to the doppelganger or mirror man and going to hit him with my great axe.
That will definitely hit.
And since I'm at a rage, it will be 11 plus 2, so 13 damage.
13 damage.
And then as my bonus action, I will do another. I don't think that'll hit though.
That will not hit.
And that'll be my turn.
Alright, next up is Alfina. Flame Blade is a bonus action attack with it. Do it. See, that spell's always look fun for me, but Friday doesn't use fire, so. 18 definitely hits.
All of us, just about all of us, have used fire in this campaign. Little Zon
Yeah.
approves.
For fire damage. Alright, so that's a bonus action. Next is Dr. Facilier. Actually, no. Pause. Flag
We
on the
both have
play.
mines.
Dr. Facilier is not next. Fake Zon is next.
Ooh.
And
Uh-oh.
Fake Zon is going to attack the real Zon.
It's not very nice.
It's going to pull out a mace that real Zon doesn't have. And that's going to be a 22.
Yeah, that hits. Just a little.
This will be 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And it's going to swing again. This time at Alfina. And that is going to be a 21. And that's also going to be 8 points of bludgeoning damage on Alfina. And that is the end of Pixon's turn. Next up is Dr. Facilier.
I'm gonna run up to the fake Zon and do 2-weapon attack, or 2-weapon fighting with the daggers.
Okay? And you do get advantage because you're flanking with Uriella.
There we go.
Oh, no, he's.
Okay,
Oh,
that works too. You were already flanking, but sure, that works too.
Alright. You said with advantage.
Yep,
21 for the first
that
one.
will hit.
Ooh.
4 points of damage.
So 4 points of
I think it's
damage.
gonna add,
Okay.
yeah, it added the sneak attack for some reason. Ooh, and a crit for the second.
Do it. All right, so I still double the dice. What is the damage dice normally? We're gonna do this
1d4 plus
separately.
2.
Okay, so you already one is a 4. So roll another d4, just a straight d4, and if it's a 1, re-roll it.
A 4.
Okay, so that's gonna be 9 points of damage
Ooh.
because it's 4 plus 4 plus 2. So wait, no,
It'd be 10.
10 points of damage. Yeah, it is
Yay.
barely clinging to life. Next up is Zon. Real Zon.
Alright. Well, he's gonna be here. Advantage with his flanking. That was. It flashed 18 very briefly and then it rolled to a 2. I call shenanigans.
You get advantage.
Huh? That was.
You get advantage.
It wasn't.
I only see one roll.
I clicked advantage. Maybe it didn't take. Whatever. Okay.
That's better.
That'll hit.
That. And.
So right as you hit with that 12 damage, hold on a second.
Okay.
Right as you hit with that 12 damage, he looks at you, he just smirks, and then he jumps back into the mirror.
Well, that was rude. Can I smash the mirror now?
If you would like,
I'm gonna smash the mirror. Do you want me to do damage
give
or
me an attack roll.
attack roll?
Give me an attack. Well, I guess, yeah, you can hit it because it's not going anywhere. It's not putting up a defense. So just roll damage. You shatter the mirror, and the the frame is beautiful filigree and gold inlay. You realize you could probably sell it for about 200 gold pieces. And it's a good thing you did that because if anyone else looked in the mirror, a copy of them would jump out.
Yeah, Little Zon
With
is tired of all
full
this stuff
health.
coming to life, so
So every room has been explored except for the observatory. And I think that you said that you are going to go back to the library and get a full rest so that Alfina could do some lesser restoration stuff.
yeah.
So as you guys retire to the library, Clatter is going to continue and going to follow you, and again give you guys a thumbs up. Same symbol of head to head, hands to the head, that he will watch over you while you sleep. So as you guys all go to sleep, everything goes fine. You're able to get the full amount that you need to get a full rest, and because it's morning, since you're after full rest, Alfina, you can choose whichever spells you want. And so, are you going to choose Lesser Restoration? Get rid of another spell and choose Lesser Restoration.
Who's gonna be cured?
The two people who had the shorter time frames, I think is what they said.
Yeah, so it would be.
Jasrina had 12 hours, and so I think it was going to be Iriella and Dr.
Basilia.
Fancy Pants.
Dr. Fancy Pants.
Yes.
Dr. Fancy Pants.
So you guys completely heal up, but Dr. Facilier, Jasrina, and Iriella are still poisoned. And are you going to use those two things of lesser restoration? Looks like you said yes. So now Dr. Facilier and Jasrina, or Iriella, are no longer poisoned. Jasrina still is. And now she, because of long rest, is 6 hours. She had 12 hours. Now she has 6 hours.
I'm becoming zombified.
So, you guys want to go and explore the observatory?
I think that's the last place on our list so far. Let her lead the way.
Okay, so is there an upstairs, Safina?
Or is it a downstairs?
Upstairs or downstairs?
There's stairs.
Where?
It's like it goes down because it's darker.
I would think down too.
So who's doing an investigation on the door?
Ooh. I think we should all very carefully look at this door.
Oh, very careful. I'm gonna lie, I was very careful. I'm sorry.
There we go. Very careful investigation.
Mine was sort of
Alright, so
half
the door is
careful.
not locked, it's not trapped. You guys walk in? Or do you open the door first?
Open the door.
This large room is covered in strands of spider webs. In one corner over here, is a gigantic telescope, though there are no windows or openings for it to look through. Next to the telescope is a circle of arcane markings written on the floor, and the walls are covered with star charts and strange maps. An adamantine vaulted door is cracked open in the center of the room.
Anybody knows?
Can I get another investigation inside the room? But for that, someone would have to go inside the room.
No time like the present.
Alright, once you... Alright, so Little Zahn does an investigation inside the room. As you start to investigate, you noticed that the webs begin vibrating
You knew it.
behind Dr. Facilier. And you suddenly hear this whoop, and right behind Dr. Facilier,
Oh, pet spiders.
seemingly out of nowhere,
Face spider?
you see that.
I don't know what that one is.
Actually, I'll name him Jeffrey.
And everyone roll for...
Oh no, not Jeffrey.
No.
Oh no! The wrong name, dude. Golly, the worst name ever. What have you
I'm
done?
gonna need a minute. I'm gonna start crying. I'm mad at Spike now. That's horrible. That is horrible.
Yes,
oh my gosh.
actually, reincarnation is a thing. But it's like a very high level spell.
He's saying that Jeffrey came back as a freaking spider.
My true power, necromancy.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh.
I mean, the only thing left of him was an arm, so he's just gonna be floating on, flying around.
Pretty much. An arm with legs and teeth.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's even worse. All right, Little
Oh
Zon
my
got a
gosh.
14. Dr. Facilier got a 7. Isrina got a 20. Alfina got a 17, and Little
Oh wait, I gotta roll.
Ariel got a. Yeah, you have.
I got a 17.
17.
3 people got 17.
Jensrina.
Yep, 3 of us
Alright,
got
so
17.
I need. So
I go first.
Iriella has a higher
Iriella
dex.
goes first because there's
Yeah.
17s. So,
Yeah.
Alfina and Little Zon, where's the strength?
Mine is +3. I probably
Okay,
have
so you're gonna
Alfina
go second.
beat. Yeah. You definitely have.
-1.
Wait, hold on a second. Little Zon got a 7. Somebody got a 14 of them.
You read the investigation
yeah.
instead of the initials on.
Oh, okay. Yep, Jezrina, you are up first.
Alright. I'm gonna move up to this big old spider. And hack at it with a great axe.
Do it.
I don't think that one hits.
already.
That
I'm
one
trying
not hit,
again.
unfortunately.
21
That will hit.
for 10 damage.
I think you gotta reactivate rage because we just did a long rest.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's just 8 then.
So 8 damage. And then are you gonna reactivate rage?
Yeah.
Alright. So, next up is Iriella.
Yeah. Let's. I'm gonna try to cast Eldritch Blast. Maybe. 19.
Is that the spell of the warlocks I smell?
It is.
Don't hate me,
Ooh.
but you're standing right next to it, so it's a ranged
true.
spell would be disadvantaged if you're standing right next to it. So you need to roll that again for me, please.
Ah, come on.
Hopefully it crit this time.
Right? How am I gonna crit? Oh! Rolled a nat
you
20
rolled a
though!
9.
No, I rolled a rat.
Wait, hold on a second. I just need you to roll one more time, and you rolled.
Yeah, I rolled disadvantage. 12.
Hold on a second.
17.
Okay, 17 will hit. And then we'll do the first damage that you showed, the 10 force damage.
Alright.
Will that be it for your turn?
Yeah, he scared me.
Alright, so next up is Jean. Little Jean.
Could I fit right here?
Yep.
Against the wall? Okay.
That would give you advantage.
Uh-huh. Oh, that was not my advantage. That was the same roll. Or worse, actually.
So
14?
Hold on a second. A 14 will hit, actually.
Oh. Fantastic.
12 bludgeoning damage.
The voice in my head is coming back.
This thing
And
is not looking too good.
hold on. There, it made it only roll 1. It is on fire now.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's dead? Well,
It's dead.
Well, it is on fire and it
So
is dead.
congratulations. And next up is Alfina.
If it's dead, why is she next? Where are they next up?
I don't know what level. Those were not done as actions. Those were done in between initiative. So you'll still have a full action and a bonus action on this turn. Those were done just as a separate thing. They didn't use up your action after we started initiative.
What do you want? Why are you talking?
So you'll still have a full bonus action and action for your turn.
I'm not doing that.
Ah!
Yeah, Ariella talks to herself.
I know what I'm gonna do.
No, stop it. No. Hey. Yes.
So use Flame Blade as a bonus, then move over to the closest spider and attack. Do it.
I'm busy right now. What do you want?
Unfortunately, that will not hit. Well, I don't think Alfina got hit at all. Dr. Facilier,
Yeah.
you're up.
Alright, I am so sorry to do this, but I am going to, is this room to scale?
Oh, God.
Oh, are you doing what I think you're about to do?
I am
Please.
a warlock.
Please do it.
Right, I'm gonna move right here and go ahead and do,
Oh.
Arms of Hadar.
Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to do.
That's not what I thought I was going to say.
No Eldritch Blast.
I thought you were going to cast Fireball in the middle of this room. And I was
Oh,
gonna,
I was-
I thought he was
do it.
too!
Fire!
Each
Dawn
creature in my
would
area
honestly
must
be
make a
okay with
strength
that.
Saving throw. Alright, so, oh gosh. Alfina, that's including you.
Sorry, this is not fire.
So, the spider swarms rolled a 4 and a 2, but it wouldn't matter because they're -4 to strength. So they both take 2d6 necrotic damage. So go ahead and roll that.
Nice.
Alfina needs to know which to roll.
Yeah, you gotta beat a DC 13. Ooh.
So it looks like Alfina will also take 9 points of necrotic damage.
And can't take reactions until the next turn.
Okay. Next up,
then-
that was Dr. Facilier.
I do have a
Next
bonus
up is
action.
this swarm. Okay, go ahead. Use your bonus action.
I'd like to summon my Tentacles of the Deep again on the one to my left.
Okay.
Ooh.
Should still have that artwork here.
And for the melee attack was a 24 to hit.
They'll definitely hit.
For 10 points of ice damage. Or cold damage.
Duh. So that was. Alrighty.
And that'll be all.
Next up is Spider Swarm number 1. And it's going to take an attack on Alfina. It's going to bite you. For a 9, does a 9 hit?
Pretty sure her
It doesn't.
AC is 12.
So the other swarm is going to run over here and it's going to try to bite Dr. Facility. And that is a 22. Does a 22 hit Dr. Facilier?
22 does hit.
So that's going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
5 points of piercing.
Yep. Next up is Jezrina.
Alright. Jezrina's gonna cast her breath weapon. I'm not entirely sure if I do.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Which one are you casting on?
This one. This one is
Dexterity 12. It rolled a 19.
Alright. Probably. Could I do it again as my bonus action?
I don't think
That's
you
not
can
amazing.
cast breath
Probably
weapons
not.
bonus action.
You are right.
Yeah, it's an action.
I believe we can only use it once per short rest.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm gonna run up on it and hit it with a thing. Probably not.
I don't think you can, because 2-weapon fighting is only if you.
I think she's doing the frenzy attack thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, never mind. Sorry. But unfortunately, 9 does not yet. Next up is Iriella.
Scorching Ray? Oh! Ah! Nat 20.
Nice.
Alright. So, which one are you attacking?
Kill it with fire.
I will go on the left.
Oh no, this one by the tentacle?
Yep.
Okay, so what is your normal dice for a Scorching Ray?
2d6.
2d6? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
roll. Okay, so
So she did roll a 1 on one of her d6s.
Yeah.
oh, she rolled a 1 and a 2. Okay, so here's what we're gonna
Yep.
do. We're gonna do this separately because we're gonna double the dice still, and the first 2 are gonna be 6s because that way we guarantee it's max damage, and then just roll 2d6s for me. So we're already starting at 12.
Hmm.
That's better.
Okay. So 12 plus 10 is 22. This spiders is now a pile of ash. They're gone. You vaporize them from the planet.
And all the arachnophobes cheered and
Yay!
happiness.
And next up is that was Iriella. Next up is Zone.
Let's see. Here, I will do your thing.
Yes. Thank you. Jean.
Oh, sorry.
Little Jean.
Yes.
I thought she was waiting for me to say her actual name. Little Jean.
It is Little Zone. Okay.
Little Jean.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we'll not hit, unfortunately.
Yeah, I figured. Little
what do you
Zon
want
was
to do?
just
Bonus
so
action.
no, not really. My bonus
Surname
actions are my
Zon,
smites.
First name Little. Alright, Alfina. Young little Jean. A 14 will hit. With Flame Blade. So once again, these spiders are burst into flames and left nothing but ash. And you guys are out of initiative. Congratulations. So, I believe that Alfina wanted to investigate the arcane sigils in the corner by the telescope. If I remember correctly.
Little Zon wants to look through the telescope.
There's nothing to see. There's no
Athena's
window.
trying
So,
He's still gonna look.
Little Zon, when you look through the telescope, you see the surface of the moon, as well as a tiny hut covered by a translucent magical dome. Inside the dome are rows of vegetables and even a few sprouting fruit trees. Scribbled in the moon above this out-of-ordinary bastion are these words. To my dearest nephew Tristan, by now you have inherited the northeast wing of Ivy Manor. I have retired to the moon to escape the cares of the material world, but you can access my share of the family fortune by standing in the arcane circle and speaking the words Unos Extas. I hope you enjoy your inheritance. Sincerely, Siegfried Bell. And then I'll post that into the roll chat.
Athena had some
Lunas
good
Extas.
spellcasting.
So is this the rune that...
No, the circle of runes that are the ones right by the telescope.
Oh, okay. So, turns out you can see stuff.
So it looks like Alfina is trying to cast Thaumaturgy by Dr. Fusilier's ear. So what do you want to do next?
Well, there's a door.
Hmm?
What did the talking mug want us to come here for again?
It wanted you to clear out the monsters.
Oh, right.
Okay, Alfina cast Cure Wounds on yourself. Go ahead. Does anyone
Little
want to
Zon-
try to get the inheritance?
Yes.
We would all like to take a stab.
So you'd have to stand in the circle and speak the words.
Lunas
You want to get the
Extus.
inheritance.
Lunatic.
I am a little dubious about what this inheritance is.
Lunas Exvius.
Alright, so as Iriela speaks the words, she feels a
Eerie.
familiar sensation. The same
Eerie.
one she felt when she drank the ivy port. In but mere moments, she vanishes in front of everyone's eyes.
I say, oh,
And
before I go.
and in her place, let's see here.
Maybe it's a portal to the inheritance. Or a portal to our deaths.
In her place, you see an elderly human clad in eccentric robes materialize in the arcane circle. He's sipping tea and reading an old tome. Suddenly, the man looks up. Hey, how did you? He scratches his head as if dumbfounded, looking around at all of you wide-eyed. You're not that damn Tristan. Meanwhile, hey, Uriella, what is your constitution and modifier? Just out of curiosity.
Plus one.
Plus one.
Mm-hmm.
So, Uriella,
Is she on the moon?
when you disappear, you find yourself in a little hovel, staring back at a planet that you once called home.
Yeah, she's on the
The
moon.
magical dome that surrounds you slowly begins dissipating, and it becomes harder and harder to breathe. You have 2 minutes until you asphyxiate, starting now.
So, little Zahn is gonna grab the old man. He's gonna shake him a little bit. Bring her back now.
Who are you? What are you talking about? Who are you?
Oh,
How did you get in
He's
here?
not very intimidating, apparently.
Do you know where our friend went?
What? Who went? Where? Who went? Who are you? How did you get in my house? Where's Tristan?
Last I know, he was a portrait. But we want our friend back.
Holy.
A friend back from where? What are you talking about?
The moon, maybe? I don't know.
Telescope thingy over there.
Our friend, they were just standing in your place,
He
and
looks
then all
around,
of a sudden there.
scratching his head like he's lost.
Clatter!
1
Does
minute.
Clatter have any idea?
Clatter runs in, shrugs.
Oh. Does the man recognize Clatter?
Clatter waves. The man waves back.
I feel like Clatter would wave at anybody, though.
Yeah.
He would.
30 seconds.
Like, okay, so where did you come from? Like, how did you get there to here? Or how did you... Were you on the moon?
All right. Stand back. He walks over to the sigils, starts waving his arms around. And strange rooms that start appearing around him. He says a few words, and you all feel yourself pulled slightly as a vortex of air appears in the center of the circle, and with a small pop at exactly 2 minutes. Uriella pops back into the room.
Yay.
Well, now that that's taken care of, what about the Onai? Have you handled it yet?
Almost died. Damn voices.
Little Zahn just, like, pats you on the back. Probably
What
a little
about-
too rough.
Now that that's taken care of, what about the Onai? Have you taken care of it yet?
Oh, I don't think so.
What does it look like? We
Has
killed
to
a
be
lot of
done.
things.
Stairs.
It is a large, you definitely know if you killed it. It is the hardest thing in this house.
I don't know the names
If
of all
you
these
haven't taken
things.
care of it, if you haven't taken care of it yet, then it must mean it's on one of the lower floors. Come with me. I need distraction while I attempt to banish it from whence it came.
Question first. Can you cure poison?
I've only got...
Yes. He walks over to you, says a few words, and you're cured of poison.
I need control of my
So he's
character
done?
back.
Jazrina, you're cured. Now, will you help me with this Onai?
Yeah.
Hold on, Alfina says, hold
It's
on.
going to come through that door.
Bolton's
Yeah.
suggesting a rest.
I need a rest.
don't need a rest. And he snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden, all of you feel like you just took a long rest.
Ooh. Where can I learn that
Alrighty.
spell?
Right?
We should keep this guy around more.
So, I need someone to do a DC strength on the door.
Got it.
Not me.
Little Zon's got it.
So,
Maybe.
Little Zon, you're able to open the door crack, and you can see a spiral staircase that inside the vault that leads down to an ominous darkness. And
And
as you look down in the darkness, hear a voice. I'll be up in just a moment.
And
And you hear
Alfina
footsteps
gets.
on the staircase.
Alfina
Zon,
gets.
I need you to roll me a wisdom save. A wisdom
That's
save
not
throw.
good. I don't like that.
Who
Actually,
needs a wisdom save?
could have been worse. The
You are
wis-
frightened.
Well, Little Zon just goes over here. Yeah, somebody else can work on that one.
I can't move.
You guys want to. You notice as you look at the door, you notice that there is a small keyhole in the door.
Hey guys, I
Does
wonder
that mean we can
key-
lock it?
The bronze key. We have found its place.
that big key? Maybe. Somebody
You
want
attempt to put the bronze key in there.
I think that is the plan.
All right. So as you put the bronze key, suddenly you hear, and whoever's up against the door, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Is it
Oh god.
Jesrina?
no.
Just
Oh
got
no!
mashed.
So the door flies open, and you're thrown across the room into this wall, and you take
Can
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
can Little Zon try to catch her since he's right here?
I mean, she's going pretty fast. If you did, you basically split the bludgeoning damage.
That's fine. He still wants to try.
Okay, so yeah, you can attempt to catch her. Give me a strength check.
Nope.
Oh no.
Yeah, she flies into you, and you both hit the ground, and you that 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Jesrina takes 3, and you take 2, Zon.
Okay. I did
And
something.
then as the door bursts open, you see this creature, and we're actually going to go a.
Oh.
You
Appreciate
see
it.
this
Thank
creature
you.
burst out of the door, and everyone roll initiative. Actually, before that,
He is coming out of there.
before you guys roll for initiative,
Too late.
Siegfried looks at the creature. It's time I sent you back from whence you came. And then he starts casting banishment.
Oh.
And the Onai has to roll a charisma saving throw. And the Onai rolled a 4, which would be plus 2 is 6. So, as the Onai, so this all happens very fast. The Onai bursts through the door. Jesrina gets thrown across the room into Zon. Siegfried starts casting the banishment spell, and Clatters, having seen Jesrina, having seen this thing burst through the door and hit Zon, it immediately runs over and goes to tackle the Onai. Well, he tackles him right as Siegfried casts the banishment spell, and they both just poof.
Clatter, no!
Not Clatter.
Ladder.
Got banished to wherever the Onai came from.
Dumb robot.
Just Rena just drops to her knees. No.
No.
It's all about that fortune.
Well,
I am not
I'm
going
glad
back
to
there
have
for
that
that.
annoyance taken care of.
Didn't even have a
You know
little
what
bit of
this place really needs a cleaning out since that man in the moon got his grubby little hands on it. Why don't you finish up your job here? I need to have a word with Tristan.
Well, didn't you just do our job?
Actually,
Oh,
I
the
think the
mansion's
Odie
already
did our
cleared?
job for us.
The mansion is already cleared? You guys cleared out all the...
But
I think
But
so.
Which
what's down the
Check the
stairs?
lower layers.
What's down the stairs?
You don't need to worry about that. That I will handle. The biggest thing that I had to worry about was the Oni.
Are you sure?
I go down the stairs. I keep moving my icon because you won't give me my control back.
There's nothing down the stairs.
I want to go down there. Why not?
Because there's nothing down the stairs. With the mansion cleared, you earn your reward. Siegfried hands out 300 gold to each of you. Tristan had offered you to 150, but that was not even close to what this job was worth. So he hands you each 300 gold.
Ooh.
It's no surprise that Tristan attempted to renege on his deal. He seemed quite distraught to hear that his uncle had returned. Maybe he'll have better luck with his plump little maid. In the end, eccentric Harpels will still be eccentric. But hey, at least you got paid. And that's where we end tonight's session.
Hey.
Hooray.
Time to go gamble all
It's
the
a
money
good
away.
thing it's a good thing I rolled really crappily, because according to the instructions, the party will most likely have to run away, summon Siegfried, die. Because that's how bad the Oni.
And instead it was just nothing.
Wiles.
Well, because he banished it. Because it never got the chance to act. Thank you guys so much.
Back to the bar.
I hope you had a fun time.
Back to the bar and let's
Back to
play
the bar
some
for more
poker.
poker.
Yes,
Yep.
let's go.
You guys want to go back to the bar and play some poker?
Heck yeah.
Yep. Time to bet our life away.
As you guys play poker, you notice that Yuri continues to act increasingly odd.
Oh, she's fine. She always
She's
does this.
Talking to people behind her, flipping her head around, laughing, and just cackling and becoming more and more crazy and outrageous as the night goes on.
This is normal behavior for her. We're used to it.
As you get to your final round, you notice that something changes in her. And she grows exponentially, twice the size that she was before. And she starts screaming and cackling, and her fingernails become long and craggly, and her hair grows out, and basically she turns into a hag, and she lets out this loud scream that deafens everyone in the bar, and everyone will roll for initiative. I'm just kidding.
So the friends are
I'm
the
just kidding.
Forehead.
I'm
the
just
hags
kidding.
are the friends we
ended
made
it as
along the
mansion
way.
was clear. This ended when you guys cleared the mansion.
And I would have been all for this.
I cast Hellish Rebuke on all of you.
Fireball.
So that was the Ivy Mansion, and I believe that it was as advertised, wacky.
It was
Little
very-
Zahn will not trust any inanimate objects ever again.
Nope. I think just ran.
Little Zahn has as much trust in paintings as Frydak has for clothes.
Yes.
Just Rena's not going to drink from beer glasses anymore.
Nope. Just straight from the tap.
Always investigate the rooms.
I'm getting alcohol and
Eerie.
straight now on.
Erie is slowly going crazy because she worships.
Alfina's gonna
dedicate.
dedicate her life to finding Clatter.
He did get banished to another plane of
So
existence.
technically, banishment ends after a minute, and you return to your original plane of existence.
Oh.
Well-
not this banishment.
I think there's ways.
Well,
Incarnation. Time to bring him back.
hold on a second.
I call upon Jeffrey.
Oh no, not again!
Oh. This
Okay,
time make
you
him bigger.
can send one creature you can see within range. from the
Are you
plane
gonna
of
at least
existence.
bring me cookies
If
this
the
time?
target is native to the plane of existence you're on, you banish the target to a harmless demi-plane. While there, the target is incapacitated. The target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space it left. If the target is native to a different plane, you are absolutely right.
Yep, Clatter should
So
return.
after about a minute,
But the Oni probably would have stayed away.
yeah, the Oni is not native to this plane of existence, so he went back to his own plane of existence. But after about a minute, boop,
Yay,
pops back up,
Clatter!
and then turns around and just waves at everyone.
Just Rena running. Just
And what's funny about Clatter is if things had gotten a little bit out of control for a while, he's part of the thing where he can actually help the battle. So if he had started to see things were getting out of control, that's why he dove after and attacked the Oni, because he was trying to protect you.
Just Rena would like to bring Clatter on all of her adventures.
Let's go exploring, Clatter.
Come on.
Yay!
This building.
Siegfried just looked at you and is like, I built him, he's mine, but thank you. Now,
Well,
I paid your
let's
money,
ask
now
Clatter his opinion.
Clatter has free
Okay,
will.
Clatter looks at you, waves.
I think that's consent. And little Zon picks him up and starts walking out.
Let's go.
Yay!
So when Little Zon picks him up and starts walking out, Siegfried just goes and snaps his fingers, and everyone vanishes from the building
Oh.
except for Clatter, and you end up back in the bar.
No.
Don't mess with the high-level wizard, man.
I'm done with Althena.
So next one shot, we're stealing Clatter.
We gotta rescue him from his prison.
The Great Clatter Heist.
Yeah. Yeah, you're level 3. Sure, steal him from a level 20 wizard. Why not?
We'll get there.
Crazier things have happened. It's training montage time. Definitely.
Dun, 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 dun.
Alright, y'all. I think I'm gonna go to bed. So let me ask you a question. Those of you who have done one-shots with me before, do you prefer this or do you